As it is specified by the PAP 257, a docstring is a string literal that occurs as the first statement in a module, function, class, or method definition. And such a docstring becomes the double underscore doc special attribute of that object. PEP also suggests that all modules should normally have docstrings, and all functions and classes exported by a module should also have docstrings. So let me show you what I mean. We can have a look at the documentation for the map function just by calling dot double underscore doc on it. But not only it works for functions, it also works for modules and classes. So let me show you how we can display the documentation for the collections module. So I'll delete this, and all we need to do is import the collections and call the dot double underscore doc on the collections module. And here we go. But not only we can read someone else's docstrings, we can write our own. So let me show you what I mean. First of all, I need to clear the console and also get rid of that code and start from the clean slate. Okay, so here we have our main function defined, and at the top we will define a new function. Let's call it my function, and it's going to be a really simple one just to show you how the docstrings work. So it will take two arguments, argument 1 and argument 2 will be set to none, and it will print first argument and second argument as well. So to introduce a docstring for this function, all I need is on the next line after the function declaration, I need to put triple either single quotes or double quotes. Most of the modern IDEs, VS Code in particular, they do provide this functionality. As soon as you press any type of quotes 3 times, it will close it with the triple quotes as well. So inside we specify what our function does. So we'll start with our function signature, that is the name of the function plus any parameters. And then I should also include some note on what our function actually does and maybe returns anything. And of course, we should actually explicitly say that this function prints this 2 arguments it receives, but I want to do a little bit of philosophical statement, so I'll put something like no purpose function. And then I should also say something about the parameters of this function. Of course, in the real world, you should be more descriptive, but because this is a training example, I'll just show you the form, how it is better to specify the parameters. So we specify the name of the parameter, then the colon, and then we have a little note about what the purpose of this parameter is and possibly a type. So first argument, any type, and then the second argument, it is not actually any type. It defaults to none. So write defaults to none. And now, once we've finished, all we need to do, we need to call the docs on our function. So inside of the main function, we'll write something like print, then my function, then dot, double underscore doc. The same as we've seen in the previous example with the map function. And now we just need to run this code. So here is a doc for my function, what it does, all parameters. Docstrings is a great tool to make your code more readable and understandable. And you can also check PAP 257 for the docstring conventions.